Hello. Hello. All right, this volume is good. Two people currently watching. Can't say that I'm not disappointed as we get ready to start the second season of Big Cotter Ball. We made a few lineup changes, namely Mike Farmer sliding into the cleanup spot against righties and passing up these two feebleness hitters from the playoffs last year. And Feeble Kennedy the fourth will no longer start at first against righties. It'll be Dade Pitchford. And then against lefties, we will look like this, which I believe is pretty much the same lineup we had last year against lefties. So there we go. And we have made one addition to the roster. And here it is. Matt Welsh has returned. 64 overall reliever. He fucking sucks. But you know what? He is back. And a member of this Big Cotter bullpen. Chad Smith has been designated for assignment, so don't mind it that it says he's in the MLB. We don't care about that, nobody. Somehow our speed rating has decreased from 25th to 29th, even though no one's speed went down. But I guess we're just slow. Anyway, we are going to quick manage opening day again, and then we will start simming. It is Cotters versus White Sox in Chicago. Tosk against Cease. Or actually, this is in Cotterville. Welsh is back. Opening day 2024. Last season, the Big Cotters ended their season in feeble fashion, losing in 5 to the Toronto Blue Jays in the ALCS. But this is a new and improved ball club. And they are on the way to a World Series. Let's see what we got on opening day. And Luis Robert goes yard on the top of the first, 1-0 Sox. See what the offense has, nothing. And Andrew Vaughn goes yard, 2-0 White Sox. Tosk does not look sharp on opening day. Kieran Tawari solo homer, 2-1. Caleb Cotter leadoff walk, and the offense wastes it. Double play, Troy Williams. What do you know? First and second, 2 outs for Pitchford, and it is an RBI double. Second runner gets thrown out at the plate, but we are tied after 4. First and second, 1 out for Wallace. He strikes out, and then Farmer strikes out. Can Toss get through 6, even though he hasn't been very good? Yes. Tawari with a 1-out double. Brings up Holvey. He gets hit. Bases are loaded for Caleb Cotter as Dylan Cease is chased from the game. Fielder's choice out at the plate. And an RBI single from Joel Salin. Cotters have the lead in the bottom of the 6th. 3-2. We will head to the bullpen, starting with Theo Coley. First and second, 2 outs for Hunter Renfroe, and he grounds out. Can the Cotters tack on some insurance? No, they cannot. Michael Handel will come in for the 8th inning and gets through it. Cotters looking for some insurance in the bottom of the 8th. They don't get it, but they're putting Rick Rourke in the ball game for the save chance here on opening day. He gets the first 2 and will now face Andrew Benintendi, looking to secure a opening day victory for the Big Cotters. That one on the ground. It's fair. Holvey picks it up, fires to first, and the Big Cotters win on opening day. They are 1-0. Second straight opening day victory for the Cotters. Both of them have come by 1 run. And that is quite the way to start this season as the Cotters look to avenge their ALCS loss from last year. The journey starts now. Game 1 of 162 is in the books. And the player of the game is Kieran Tawari. 2 for 3 homer and double. Looking to bounce back from his feeble season in the first year. Now we are going to sim to the end of April and see where we sit. Don't give a shit. Don't give a shit. Okay, just fix it for me, please. Solid start for the Cotters, but then they lose 2-3 to the Pirates, and then 2-3 to the Mets, and then 2-3 to the Rays. I shouldn't have spoke. Same exact April finish as last year, 16-13. They are 2.5 back of the Rangers and Astros in the division. The Angels off to a tough start. As let's see early on who's performing and who isn't. Well, Joel Salin is one guy that is performing. Why did I click that? He has been unbelievable in the month of April. My goodness, he has been good. Brady Lang, not great. Not great from the guy that was him last year. Tim Wallace, slow start for Tim. Wow, he has been terrible. They both are suffering from the highest overall curse now because they're both 97s. Mike Farmer, the new new cleanup hitter rather, having a good season so far. Troy Williams, his usual feeble self at the plate, starting out slow for the second straight year. Kieran Tawari is not starting out slow this year. He has been fantastic at the plate. Holvey, slow start. Pitchford, who took over for Kennedy at first, awful. He might need to get benched. And then Caleb Cotter has been okay. Kennedy has been playing well. He's going to get reinserted back into his first base role because Pitchford's been too feeble. Nate Reed has not gotten an at-bat all season. Austin Cotter, in 17 at-bats, has 2 hits. And both of them are singles. Yep, sounds about right. And then Jordan Elliott is actually hitting it solidly. No stolen bases is surprising. I thought they'd pinch run for him more. Pitching rotation, we'll just do a quick run through this. Tosk is elite. Terry is elite. Rydell sucks again. Amari sucks. Van Ness mid. Youngman's been mid. Coley has been awful. Keefe has been lights out. Tyson has been lights out. Handel, only 8 innings. We got to get Handel more innings, bro. Handel's him. Bryant Williams, 2 2/3 shutout. Matt Welsh, 2 2/3, and he's given up 6 runs. And then Connor Rourke, has he blown a save already? Yes, he has. Okay. Not the best Big Cotter start so far, I must say. Let's sim the month of May. There's a win streak, 5 in a row. And the Cotters are getting it going now. What a month. What a month for the Cotters. Here they come. This is a dominant Cotter month. My goodness, what a month. 38-19. That means that they went 22-6 in May, and they lead the division by 3 games. That is more like it. Let's get to July. Here they fucking come, man. And then they lose 2 to the Dodgers. Sweep the Astros, though. That is big time. Yes, this Cotter team is dominant, folks. This Cotter team is dominant. This division race might not even be close in September. We might be playing playoff baseball right away. 53-29, although the Rangers and Astros are pretty damn good, so I shouldn't say that. The division might still be close, but the Cotters are playing well. Just a week left until the All-Star break. And the Cotters end the first half 56-33. Any home run derby participants? No. They are tied with the Rangers atop the division. Wow, this division is loaded. Let's see who made the All-Star game. Sim through this day first. All-Stars from the Big Cotters. Connor Rourke makes it yet again. Not quite as dominant as last year. No starters for the Cotters made it. In terms of offense, no one in the starting lineup from the Big Cotters. Joel Salin made it on the bench, and that is the only Big Cotter position player to make the All-Star team. And he isn't even that good. Interesting. So the Cotters are a better overall team, but their players get less recognition. Interesting concept, I must say. Let's get rid of all these notifications, and then we'll check All-Star break numbers and adjust lineups as need be. Anyway, we saw Joel's numbers. He's been pretty good. Nothing incredible, but for a leadoff guy contact bat, we will absolutely take that. He's only struck out 42 times. That is incredible. He strikes out 11.5% of the time. Brady Lang is him yet again. Only 16 homers, but 303, 373, 515 has been worth nearly 4 WAR in the first half of the year. Tim Wallace has turned it around from his slow start. He has been fantastic. Only 14 homers, so the power numbers are down for some of these guys. But they are still producing at the plate. Same exact WAR as Lang. Great 1-2 punch right here for the Cotters. Mike Farmer, only 12 homers for a power hitting DH is quite interesting. Nobody is hitting for power on this team this year. Very interesting. Troy Williams, he has been very good. He has been better than last year. Again, only 12 homers for a guy who has 78 power and 95 power. Although he had like 80-something power against righties and it's gone down. So interesting development there. Kieran Tawari. Everyone's been solid in this lineup so far. Nobody is having a terrible year. Although we'll get to Feeble Kennedy IV pretty shortly. That may change. Kieran Tawari, much better season than last year so far. Holvey, much better season than last year so far. This lineup is elite. My goodness, this lineup is producing. Now, the real test to see if this lineup has truly turned a corner is if Feeble Kennedy IV is hitting. He is! Oh my goodness. Feeble Kennedy IV is no longer feeble. Only 200 at bats, but he has produced 11 homers, 25 RBIs, 296, 386, 477, 863. Wow. Caleb Cotter is the one weak link in the lineup. But hey, he's a good defensive catcher, so we don't really care. Still giving you 2.1 WAR despite not being very good offensively. On the bench, Nate Reed, only 20 at-bats. We don't give a shit. Austin Cotter, yeah, last year was a total fluke for him. This is who he is. He sucks. Dade Pitchford kind of had a fluky year last year, too, it looks like, as he's been terrible. Jordan Elliott has been a lot better than last year. He may need some at-bats against left-handers because he has been really good, and he's homered 4 times. I think his power numbers are like 30. That's pretty incredible that he homered with those power attributes. Pitching rotation. Tosk is pitching like a Cy Young candidate this year. 2.40 ERA, .94 whip. He has dominated. Terry's been pretty much the exact same numbers as last year, which is very solid. Rydell is awful. Jackson Rydell just isn't very good. That hurts. Alex Amari's been solid, not incredible, but solid for a 4th starter. Owen Van Ness has regressed from last year. So the rotation hasn't been as good. The offense has been a lot better. The rotation hasn't been as good, although the top 2 have been good. Youngman, 42 innings of mid-ball. Coley, 25 innings of mid-ball. Nothing terrible, though, from either guy. Keefe has been lights out in 52 innings. These are good numbers from Ben Keefe. Michael Handel is just so good. Handel is Mr. Reliable in this bullpen. 36 innings of 2 ERA baseball from the left-hander out of Iowa. Andrew Tyson has been pretty bad yet again. Bryant Williams, 12 innings of good ball. Okay. Matt Welsh could be worse. These numbers are pretty awful. 21 hits and 8 walks in 16 innings is pretty awful, but could be worse. And then we saw Rourke's numbers with the All-Star nod. He has blown more saves than last year already at the All-Star break of this year, but has still been pretty darn good and was an All-Star, so no complaints there. Those are the All-Star break stats. Tied division race at the All-Star break. I'm going to fill up my water bottle, and then we will sim the second half. All right, we're back. This division race is tight yet again. Let's see who we play in September. We play the Angels for 3, the Astros for 3, and the Rangers for 3. So that could be a fun month, facing all 3 divisional foes. We also got the Astros the 1st through 4th of August, and the Angels the 26th through 28th of August. But let's get through July and the trade deadline first. Obviously, the Cotters won't be making any deals, but we'll see if any of our division rivals make any deals. Let me sign some draft picks so that they can just stop telling me about it. None of you guys are ever reaching the bigs anyway, so sorry to tell you, but there you go. Anyway, let's sim through July. 2 straight losses to start the second half for the Cotters. Not ideal. And then you lose 2 to the Royals. That's not ideal. We already fucking signed the draft picks. Oh my God, they're going to do this the whole fucking second half now. And we get swept by the Rays. This is not going well. This is not going well. And they won't shut up about the draft picks. Sweep the Giants, though. Can we sweep the Orioles to end the month? Bobby Witt Jr. goes to the Braves. And we have reached August and are now 4.5 back of the Rangers for the division. In the wild card race, we are in the first wild card spot. Okay, so worst case scenario will be the first wild card spot as of now. Do play the Astros in a series, although they've fallen behind a little bit. We do play the Rangers here, so we'll sim to that series and see if we want to jump in. Split against the Astros, split against the Dodgers, 2-3 against the Blue Jays, and a 4-game sweep of the Tigers before the Rangers series, and we are 2.5 back. Is it too early to quick manage these games, or should we quick manage these Ranger games? Are the Angels out of the race, by the way? Yes, they are. We do play the Rangers here as well, and the Astros here. That's a really good point. I should set it to auto because, you know what? Can I still do that? Hopefully that does it. Whatever. Hopefully we're past that point now. We're going to quick manage these games. Greg Terry versus Chris Paddock. These will be in Arlington, Texas, on the road. Cotter's 2.5 back, so a sweep puts us in front, and any other result will still be trailing, but we can at least gain a game by winning this series. Has everyone still been playing pretty well? Based on the raw numbers at the top, it looks that way. It would be nice if Nate Reed could crack the lineup. I don't know how many times I have to tell you, we don't give a fuck. Here we go from Globe Life Park Field. Couldn't tell you. Doesn't fucking matter either. Joel Salin leadoff double and 2-run homer. Mike Farmer. Cotters lead it in the first. Terry, tough start, does get a double play though and gets out of the inning. Strikeout, ground out for Terry. First and second one out for the Cotters. Runner thrown out at the plate. Bases loaded for Williams. Error. Cotters make it 3-0. Base hit. Tawari. Cotters make it 4-0. Terry's got a nice lead to work with here and gets out of the jam as well. 4-0 heading to the fifth now for the Cotters, as Terry is starting to settle in now. And as I say that, 2 are on with 2 out, and he gets out of the inning again. We head to the 7th. Terry's going to come back out there for the 7th, and he gets through 7 shutout. Cotters lead at 4-0. They will turn it over to Keefe out of the pen, and he gets 3 outs. 2-run homer, Caleb Cotter, 6-0. Big Cotters, as they are going to take this first game in all likelihood. 7-0 after a Wallace base hit, double play for Farmer. And Matt Welsh is going to try to end this game for the Cotters with a 7-0 lead and goes 1-2-3 to complete the shutout. Cotters win game 1 of the series and are now just a game and a half back in the AL West standings. Twelve hits for the Cotters, 7 runs. Great showing by the offense, but an even better showing by the pitching staff as Terry goes 7 shutout and Matt Welsh goes 1-2-3. Don't see that every day. Game 2 of the series is Rydell against Evaldi, and Evaldi has the significant advantage, at least this year in this matchup, but let's see what Rydell has in him. He has not shown up in big games so far for the Cotters, but has a chance to do so here. Coaching staff has suggested changing the lineup to give Tim Wallace a rest. He can rest against the Mariners or whoever the fuck we play next. This is the fucking Rangers. He's not resting right now. Here we go. Cotters can clinch the series win if they get this one, and that would clinch at least getting a game in the division standings regardless of what happens in Game 3. First and third, 2 outs for Caleb Cotter. Fielder's choice inning over. Rydell is pitching well so far. First and second, nobody out. Second and third, 1 out for Hovey. All he's got to do is put it in play, and he does more than that. He goes deep. 3-run homer. Cotters lead it 3-0 in the fourth. And let's see if Rydell can hold this lead. He can for now. And he gives up a solo homer to Huff. 3-1 in the sixth. Good work by Rydell so far. Kennedy RBI single gets the run back. It's 4-1. Rydell has gotten through 6 innings of 1-run ball. First and second, nobody out for Wallace, who they wanted to rest today. And maybe that was smart. He's 0 for 3 now. And 2 feeble strikeouts. Rydell's day is done. Great work for him. They'll turn it over to Coley out of the pen. And he's going to give up a homer to Max Muncy. 4-2. As we head to the 8th. It'll be Michael Handel time with 2 switch hitters and a lefty coming up. And he gets out of it 4-2 as we head to the 9th. No insurance for the Cotters, but 2 runs should be more than enough for their all-star closer, Connor Rourke. 1, 2, 3. Cotters win the first 2 of the series, and they're a half game back in the AL West. Another great pitching performance by this ball club. "36th save of the year for Rourke. And the Cotters can take the division lead and sweep the series tomorrow. Sam Holvey 3 for 4 with a 3-run bomb. Jackson Rydell actually showed up when the team needed him for once. Tip of the cap. It'll be Van Ness against... It'll be Amari, rather, against... Wait, what? We traded Van Ness? What the hell? Huh? Did they just make a trade for me that I didn't ask for? They have a second Van Ness on their team? What the fuck? What is happening right now? There's a clone? What in the world? Huh? What in the fuck is going on? And this one is actually way better than our version. What in the fuck? I am so confused right now. How did they clone him? They have a clone of Theo Coley as well? Why are they cloning our players? What in the fuck is going on? How can I fucking delete this asshole and so he doesn't pitch? Let me make him awful so that they don't pitch him, maybe. Okay, pitch someone else, please. They're still gonna pitch him. How do I get him off the fucking roster, bro? I am so confused right now. This is a new level of cheating lab. What in the world? Alright, well, I'm gonna make him decent again so that we don't just, like, beat him by 20. And we'll just beat him. We'll beat this clone. James Kennedy IV could use a break today. Alright, we'll go with Pitchford then. We don't care about that. "2024 Rangers cloning scandal." This is ridiculous. I think what actually happened is that what must have happened is that because I created all the players and I exported them into the roster, they must have sent them like a second version of them to the free agent pool as well. And so the Rangers probably just signed him. But does that mean that, like, Tim Wallace is on another team too, like a second version, and like Brady Lang, because like those players are actually good, so teams would have signed them in free agency. Anyway, back to the matter at hand. The Cotters can take the division lead, and they can do it against the cloned version of Owen Van Ness. You better shell him. This offense better fucking shell this traitor. 2-run homer. Thank you, Michael Farmer. That's what I like to see. 2-0 Cotters. First and second, and runner thrown out at the plate. Amari is settled in, though. 2-run homer, Tim Wallace. 4-0 Big Cotters, and the fake Owen Van Ness is getting shelled here in one of the biggest games of the season. You love to see that. And Alex Amari is absolutely dealing, by the way. And walks 2 in a row, an error by somebody, they're loaded, he gets the strikeout and the fielder's choice and gets out of the inning. What a performance from Amari. Why not let him keep pitching? And he gives up a solo homer. That will be the end of his day. We'll go to Andrew Tyson, who actually has solid numbers now, and he gets through the inning. Mike Farmer's second homer of the day makes it 5-1, and the Cotters can feel a sweep. Let's get Bryant Williams some work out of the pen. They will let Theo Coley try to close it out with a 4-run lead, and that did not go well. It'll be the closer, Connor Rourke, bases loaded, nobody out. My goodness, Coley. Adolis Garcia to the plate. Double play ball, run scores, but we could care less. That is a huge double play, and the Cotters sweep. And the Cotters lead the AL West. Huge sweep on the road in Arlington, Texas. Two-homer day from Mike Farmer. Dominant outing from Alex Amari. And the Cotters sweep, and they lead the AL West as we approach September. (84-51), one game back entering September of the division race, and the Astros are still in it at 5.5 back. We got to call up 2 September call-ups, and it will be Ken Waldachuk and Jordan Diaz again for the second straight year. Let's sim a series at a time and just see where we're at. In Chicago against the Cubs. Just fix it yourself. 4 wins in a row for the Big Cotters. That is big time, as they now head to Yankee Stadium and they get 4 games swept. Okay. That is feebleness at its finest right there. 4 games swept by the Yankees. That is ridiculous. Cotters now 2.5 back in the division. In the wild card, they hold the number 1 wild card spot. So they're not really in danger of missing the playoffs. I don't feel like we have to jump into the Astros series. We win 2-3. We play the feeble Colorado Rockies. Should sweep them. 2-3 we'll take. Angels are out of the race, I assume. And the Big Cotters lead the division. Game and a half up. Let's get to that second Rangers series. Lose 2-3. Playing a bad Seattle team. And lose 2 of 3. Oh my God. That is ridiculous. This series is probably going to decide the division, as the Cotters lead the division by a game and a half, and they play the terrible Seattle Mariners in their final 4 games of the season, whereas the Rangers play the terrible Giants. So it really will come down to this series. We are playing these 3 games. It'll be Tosk versus Lorenzen. Huge Big Cotter advantage in game 1. Terry versus Paddock. Significant Big Cotter advantage in game 2. Rydell versus Evaldi. Rangers will have the advantage in the finale. Let's start with the Big Cotter ace on the bump in the first game of the series. Everyone seems to be pretty well rested. And yet again, they tell me to play Nate Reed. Everyone is hitting between 260 and 270 except the top 3. That is crazy. Here we go. This one is in Cotterville, folks. The last one was in Texas, and the Cotters swept. Let's hope that the Rangers don't return the favor here, as the Cotters can lock up the division. They can actually clinch the division if they sweep this series. I think they technically wouldn't clinch if they won 2 of 3. No, they wouldn't. A sweep clinches it, though. 1-2-3 frame. First and second, 1 out, and a 2-run Mike Farmer double. He has been cooking at the plate. Cotters lead it 2-0. Holvey grounds out to end the inning. Feeble Kennedy IV. I will be retiring that nickname. You are no longer Feeble Kennedy IV. You will be referred to as James from now on after that solo bomb. 3-0 Cotters. Tosk has been lights out so far. And I should just never open my mouth, really, as Jerkson Profar takes him a yard. 3-1 Cotters here in the 5th. Tosk into the 6th, and Nate Lowe takes him deep. 3-2 Cotters. First and second, 1 out. Sam Holvey to the plate. And that will do it for Lorenzen. Danny Duffy enters, walks him, and James Kennedy To the plate, they're loaded with one out. Base hit, 5-2 Big Cotters. It's a 2-run single. Tosk will probably come out here. Actually, he's going 7. Good decision as he gets through the 7th. They'll go Keefe and then Rourke to close it, unless they can tack on an insurance run, and they do not. Rourke will come in for the safe chance. And he's got a 3-run lead. 1, 2, and gives up a run. Luckily, he had a cushion. But the tying run does come to the plate, and it is a guy with a lot of power in Max Muncy. He's got, what, 22 homers on the season. Rourke gets him to foul off a changeup. Sinker in there for a strike, and it is 0-2. And that one popped foul, stays alive. Inside, he takes the changeup, and it is 1-2. And that one hit a long way to center, but it'll stay in the park. Tim Wallace makes the play, and the Big Cotters win it 5-3 and extend the division lead to 2.5. And this win ensures that regardless of what happens the next 2 days, they will be in the AL West lead by the end of this series. As James Kennedy IV, 2 for 4 with a homer and 3 RBIs. Kyle Tosk does ace-like things on the bump, and the Cotters get it done. 46th save for Connor Rourke. I believe that matches his total from last year. Maybe he had 47 last year. Terry Paddock, Game 2. Cotters can all but ice away the division if they win this one. They would go up 3.5 games, and they got the Mariners as their final series of the season. Does anyone need a rest? Because if you do, too fucking bad. We're playing the Rangers, so you're not going to rest. Sitting on the bench is really tough on Nate Reed. It might be a good idea to get him a little playing time. Aw, that's so cute. Problem with that is I don't care. So he's going to sit on the bench. Nobody in our lineup is a weak link. I mean, everybody in our lineup is hitting. This is insane. This lineup is the deepest lineup in ball. What does Greg Terry have in him here in this ball game? Great season for him. He's eclipsed the 200 inning mark, has struck out 213. And here we go. 3 strikeout first inning for Terry, laying with a 1-out double, and Wallace does not drive him in. He gets thrown out at the plate. The lack of speed on this team catches up to him occasionally. Base hit, Holvey strikeout, Kennedy double play. Reincarnating feeble Kennedy IV and not James Kennedy IV with that plate appearance. Terry works around the leadoff walk. 1-2-3 inning, we head to the 5th. First and second, nobody out. And another runner thrown out at the plate. My God, man. And a double play. No runs to show for 6 hits for the Cotters through 4. Feeble. 1, 2, 3 inning for Terry. He's cruising. Get him some fucking run support, please. Look at this performance from Terry. Put a run on the board for him. Runner on second, 2 down for Max Muncy, and he strikes him out. Can the offense wake up? They can't. Terry's going to stay in there, because why not? 8 shutout innings for Terry, and there's no run support on the board. 1 out walk for Kennedy, and a pitching change to Joe Barlow. Cotter strikes out, Salen strikes out. And that will do it for Terry. He was outstanding in this game, and they will go to Michael Handel to face these 2 lefties here in the 9th. Fly out, double, and we're going to hop in and watch Michael Handel try to work around this 1-out double to Nate Lowe. As Jonah Heim steps to the plate, and he'll turn around and hit righty. That one fouled away. What a feeble performance by the offense in this game, even if Handel gives up a knock here. The main fault for this one is going to be this lineup putting up a 0 piece on Chris Paddock. And yes, our terrorist third base coach. That is going to get into the gap, and the Rangers are going to grab the lead here in the 9th. Jonah Heim is going to have himself an RBI double, and Michael Handel with a rare blown ball game out of the bullpen. Can't win them all if you're Michael Handel, and the offense has 0 fucking runs. So that is what it is. Let's see if he can get out of the rest of the inning. Actually, we'll take him out. We'll see if Theo Coley can face these righties and get him out. And he can. The meat of the Big Cotter order coming up in the 9th, so let's hop ourselves on in here. And it will be the Ranger closer, John Schreiber, 45 of 52 on save opportunities, a 3.06 ERA, so he is capable of giving up some runs, especially to lefties who are hitting a little better than righties. Tim Wallace is on deck as a lefty, but it'll start with the right-hander, Brady Lang. Not quite his 40-homer season of last year, but still a .913 OPS, 29 bombs. All it takes is one swing to tie this ball game. And this guy has come up with clutch swing after clutch swing for this Cotter franchise, as Connor Rourke is the league leader in saves in the AL with 46. John Schreiber is second with 45. 2 best closers in ball facing off in this series. Schreiber's got a little bit of a sidearm delivery. 2-0 to Lang to start the plate appearance. And he takes ball 3. Wallace waits on deck. And I would imagine Lang's going to take all the way here. And he does. It is 3-1. That one fouled away near the Big Cotter bullpen. Bullpen catcher Austin Cotter nearly got hit with that one. And it is full. And ball 4. Good take by Lang. Good at bat. And the leadoff man is on for the Cotters. And it'll bring up Tim Wallace, the lefty. 2 for 3 today with a double and a single. And he's got a chance. He represents the winning run. Might I suggest he hits one over the fence and just walks us off here today as he watches strike 1. Has grounded into 14 double plays. If he does that, he will be re-nicknamed Feeble Wallace. And that one fouled away. Yeah, I'm actually surprised that they're not Harper is not pinch running Jordan Elliott here. I guess he values Brady Lang's bat for extras too much. Wallace chases a changeup off the plate. That is pathetic. That is terrible. We'll bring up Mike Farmer, 0 for 2 today, but has had some big-time blasts in the last couple of ball games. And he just swung at a pitch that hit him. My God. Does it get more feeble than that? Truly. I don't know if there's a more feeble thing to do in baseball than swing at a pitch that hits you. 1-1. Would have put Lang in scoring position for Troy Williams if he just would have let it hit him. As that one is low, 2-1.
2 balls, 1 strike.
And that is inside, 3-1. Williams waits on deck. He'd hit lefty if he has the chance to face Schreiber. 3-1 to Farmer is popped up, and it will get out of play, and it is full. Nearly chased, and he did not. Appeal to first says he held, and the Cotters have 2 on with 1 out for Troy Williams. Good at bat by Mike Farmer despite that absolutely feeble swing. As now Jordan Elliott will pinch run, but he's going to pinch run at first instead of second, so he will represent the winning run. He'll pinch run for Mike Farmer, the DH. They'll keep playing in the game, and he'll continue to run at second. Interesting decision by Ronald Harper Jr., the Big Cotter manager. As that one is high. Schreiber having some trouble finding the zone here. Make him throw you a strike. And that one is just foul. Swing and a miss at 95 on the inside part of the plate. It is 1-2. All you really need is a single. As he takes a slider that runs in on him, 2-2. Kieran Tawari is in the on-deck circle for the Cotters. 2-2 pitch is fouled away. He'll stay alive. And we'll do it again. Got him. Perfect pitch. Backdoor slider catches the corner, and Williams watches strike 3-2 away. It'll be up to Tawari. Swing the bat, please. Swing the bat, please, with 2 strikes. Tawari also hit from the left against the right-hander, as there's strike 1 on a slider. Swing and a miss at the sinker. Cotters down to their last strike here, 0-2. And misses down low, ball 1. Ham Hotbox is on their feet here, hoping that Tawari can deliver some September magic. 1-2 pitch. Inside, 2-2. Schreiber has had to throw 25 pitches to this point. Will he make a mistake on this 26th? Not quite. Fouled away. Tawari stays alive. And he popped him up. Lowe gets under it, and the Rangers will win it 1-0. Atrocious offensive performance by the Big Cotters here today, as Greg Terry went 8 shutout innings. Handel gives up a rare run in the 9th, and the Cotter offense gets shut out here in Game 2. The division lead is back to 1.5, and we will play a rubber match back here tomorrow, and it will be a massive, massive divisional game. 7 1/3 shutout for Chris Paddock. That is feeble. It'll be Rydell Evaldi in the rubber match. Cotters can pretty much salt away the division with a win, or it will be a half-game lead if they lose. Big-time game, and Caleb Cotter is pretty tired, but you're just going to have to play through it. You can rest against the Mariners tomorrow. Caleb Cotter has had quite a few off-field commitments lately, and the effects are starting to show in his performance. Ooh, okay. Okay, Caleb, I see you. He's been out clubbing, getting some pussy, I guess, on the off days. I see you, Caleb. You'll get your rest day tomorrow. Big time ball game for the Big Cotters here at the Metrodome. It is a packed house to watch Jackson Rydell take the ball. Here we go. Rydell gets through it. Salem with a leadoff walk. Let's see if he can steal second. He can. And an RBI triple for Brady Lang. And an RBI double for Tim Wallace. It is 2-0 Cotters early. Rydell is in a groove right now. He is through 3 very good innings. Cotters strike out 3 times in a row. And Rydell gets out of the 4th. 2-out triple for Holvey. Kennedy, base hit, 3-0 Cotters. Caleb Cotter with a base hit. Rydell, back-to-back hits to lead off the 5th. Brings up Josh Smith. He doubles. It's 3-2. And it is 3-3. And Rydell is just done. He is done. He's out of the game. It will be Youngman to take over for him with the bases loaded and nobody out. And 3 runs will come around to score. The Rangers have a 6-3 lead. And a 7-3 lead. 7-run 5th inning for the Texas Rangers. And the Cotter offense has some work to do. And there is part of it. Troy Williams' RBI single chips away, 7-4. Youngman back out there, and he gets through the 6th inning. Holvey will lead off the bottom of the 6th. Grounds out. Kennedy grounds out. Cotter double. Salen RBI single. Cotters continue to chip away at 7-5. They will go to Ben Keefe now here in the 7th to try to keep them at 7. He does. Wallace ground out. Farmer ground out. Williams base hit with 2 outs. Base hit Kieran Tawari. Let's see what Sam Holvey can do in the bottom of the 7th. It'll be a new pitcher for the Rangers, Jonathan Hernandez, as he has a .21 ERA in 42 innings. Is that real life? That might be the best relief pitching season I've ever seen. Has he given up 1 run in 42 innings? Is that what that translates to? It has to. Well, Holvey has his work cut out for him. Let's see what he's got. And he fouls it away. That is a base hit. That should make it a 1-run game. Throw comes in, and it is not in time. It is 7-6. Sam Holvey RBI single off a guy with a .21 ERA. Great piece of hitting the opposite way. And Michael Farmer's fat ass scores. Actually, nope, that was Troy. Apologies. He looked fat when I first saw him, but no. We have like 3 fat people in the lineup, and Troy's not one of them, so I got it mistaken. That one is low. The Cotters have a chance to tie now, as formerly feeble Kennedy IV, now James Kennedy IV steps in. Two and 0 to Kennedy. Outside 3-0. Caleb Cotter waits on deck, who, keep in mind, asked for an off day because he's been out getting some pussy after these Big Cotter wins here in the month of September. As Kennedy takes on 3-0. And he takes again, and now it's 3-2. Got to be ready to swing now. As Hernandez readies. And Kennedy just watched 3 straight strikes. I guess you still are feeble, Kennedy the fourth. My goodness. That is so feeble. Swing your bat. He took 6 straight pitches there in that at-bat, just by the way. In the biggest at-bat of the Cotter season. I mean, that was right down the middle, too. It's not like he painted the corner. We head to the 8th inning. It will be Andrew Tyson on the hill, who's actually had a bounce-back season from his feeble 2023 campaign. Let's see if he can keep them where they are. He doesn't look like he can, as they're loaded with nobody out. He's done for the day. It will be Handel, as 2 lefties await, and we'll see if Handel can keep them at 7.
The center fielder, number 3, Leody Taveras.
Tyson indeed sucks, as Handel misses ball 1. That is fouled away. If Handel can get out of this jam, all is forgiven the run-up yesterday. That is fouled away. Handel's not a strikeout pitcher, but now would be a heck of a time for a strikeout. Fouled away. That one, a little dribbler, is going to get through. Brady Lang can't make the play. 2 runs are going to score. Rangers lead at 9-6. 59 mile an hour. How is this play not made? Bruh, what the fuck is that? That is not Handel's fault whatsoever. That ball was hit 59 miles an hour. As I gotta wait for him to throw another pitch before I can go back to quick manage. And that one on the ground. They should be able to get 2 here. And they do. Run does score 10-6, but the bases are clear. Handel's gotten 2 soft ground balls. Should have gotten him out of the inning if this defense could back him up. Although, it was a tough play for Lang. It was just hitting such a Mickey Mouse spot. But Handel does not deserve any blame for that 59 mile an hour hit. As that is going on Ham Hotbox Report story. Oh, man. As Handel, great work by him, but unfortunately it doesn't show in the box score. Cotter offense needs a rally, and it'll start with Caleb Cotter, who's 3 for 3 against Ryan Stanek. And he singles. Here we go. An error and a runner gets thrown out, and Wallace strikes out. I did not mean to click walk batter. Okay. All right, then. Theo Coley will enter. I was meaning to click on pitching change, and I clicked walk batter to lead off an inning. Thank God it didn't matter. Farmer to lead off the 9th with a walk. Williams walks. Tawari strikes out. Schreiber comes in. Hovey reaches on an error, and the tying run is at the plate with 1 out in the 9th, and it is Kennedy the fourth. Can he redeem himself from that feeble at-bat in the 8th, or in the 7th, rather? Ball 1. Bases are loaded. Swings through 95. At least he remembered that he's allowed to swing his bat. That's a good sign. 1-1 pitch. Misses away. It's 2-1. This would be an epic Cotter 9th inning rally. Outside 3-1, and there is nowhere to put him. Hopefully he remembers he can swing his bat, though, if this one's right down the middle. But a walk works fine. And he misses. It's ball 4. It's an RBI walk. It's 10-7. And the winning run is going to step to the plate in the form of a guy who's 4 for 4 today. 2 doubles, 2 singles, and a run for Cotter, who has been red hot. And if he sends one out of here, it wins the ball game and most likely the division. Barely catches the bottom of the zone. Are we sure, ump? Are we sure? I don't know about that one, my man. Cotter down the line. Fair ball! That one is going to get into the corner. Relay comes in, it goes to second, and they hold the tying run at third. It is a 2-run double for Caleb Cotter. Kennedy holds at third, 10-9. He is 5 for 5. Most likely a smart hold there at third, as that ball was retrieved pretty quickly. Kennedy has like 20 speed, and there's one out. And now Elliott's going to pinch run for him at third so that he can score on a sac fly. Luckily, the third base coach had a brain here, as they are going to put Joel Salin on first to try to set up the double play. But the issue with that is that Brady Lang is going to be the guy to step up. And if he hits a single, the Big Cotters are going to win the game. 1 for 5 today. Strike one. Good point. Elliott should have already been pinch running for Kennedy as soon as he was on first. Elliott's now on third, so a sac fly should all but tie this ball game. A base hit should pretty much win this ball game, although Caleb Cotter's speed's pretty slow too, so it'd have to be a pretty deep single. As that one fouled away, it's 1-2. Now, the thing you can't do is strike out. If you do that, you are extraordinarily feeble. And he lays off the slider. He wanted to go for a second, but held up. It is 2-2 on Lang. And that is a base hit! Game's going to be tied. Will they send Caleb Cotter? They will not. They are going to hold him at third, and it is 10-10. Brady Lang ties the game. What a ninth inning rally for the Cotters. And now the winning run is 90 feet away, and that'll do it for John Schreiber, as Joe Barlow will come in and try to escape this mess. The Cotters have 4 runs in the ninth, and they're not done yet. This is a historic rally. Tim Wallace can walk us off. And he tries to bunt. A safety squeeze is the call from the dugout. Swing and a miss, and it's quickly 0-2. So he tried to bunt, missed the bunt, then swung away, swung and missed. That's pretty feeble if you ask me. But let's see what he can do on 0-2. Lays off the slider. And fouls that one away. Struck him out. And he hates the call, and I don't particularly like it either. Let's see where this pitch was. That looks pretty below the knees. I don't fucking know about that call. Fuck off. Mike Farmer will step in now with 2 down and try to bail out Wallace. And he fouls it away. One for 9 in the series for Farmer. Hasn't been his best series, but he can change that right here. And And fair ball, Cotters win! Cotters win! Mike Farmer walks it off here in Cotterville. That ball barely stayed fair. Oh my goodness. I didn't even think it was fair at first. Mike Farmer squeaks one down the line and the Cotters win. Let's see where this landed. My goodness, he barely snuck it fair. Cotters win. What a ninth inning. They score 5 in the ninth and walk it off. And their division lead is 2.5 with 4 games to play. What a win for the Cotters. They always pull some magic out of their hat in the month of September. Caleb Cotter, 5 for 5 performance with 3 doubles. The hero that Cotterville needed. Cotters can clinch the division if they beat the Mariners. So we are going to quick manage that and try to clinch a division. If they beat the Mariners, that means they would go up 3 games with 3 to play, and they've won the season series against the Rangers unless they absolutely suck. Because they swept them in... We swept them in August. And then we won 2 of 3 now. So we'd have to have literally gotten swept every other time. Although they did beat us 3 of 4 here. So when else did we play them? Let's confirm that we won the season series. We won 2 of 3 back in May. So the Cotters won the season series. All they need is one more win. I believe the Rangers are off on the 26th, which means that their loss can't clinch it for us. That is correct. So the Cotters will have to do it themselves with Alex Amari on the mound against Robbie Ray. In Cotterville, Caleb Cotter, much-deserved day of rest. After his 5 for 5 performance, Austin Cotter will take over behind the dish. And James Kennedy needs some rest. We can give that to him as well. The division's all but locked up, so may as well rest some guys. It may be good for his morale. You know what? After that 5-run ninth inning, I'm feeling in the giving mood. Nate Reed is going to play in this game. Even though it's a lefty and he's a lefty, I just don't care at this point. We're going to let Nate Reed play. We're going to get fun here in this Mariners series with the division all but locked up. Welcome to Cotterville, where the Big Cotters have a chance to clinch the AL West crown with a win here this afternoon. And it'll be Amari on the hill to try and do it. We're going to kind of go through this pretty quickly. Cotters lead it in the first. Troy Williams RBI double. Kieran Tawari RBI single. 2-0 Cotters. Jamer Candelario takes Amari deep. It's 2-1. Amari is dealing once again. Austin Cotter base hit after a Nate Reed base hit. What is life? And the top of the order is feeble as fuck. Alex Amari, what a performance so far. First and third, 2 outs here in the 7th. Righty coming to the plate. That'll spell the end of Amari's day. We're going to Ben Keefe to try to get Gerard Encarnacion out. And he does. He strikes him out. First and third with nobody out. Austin Cotter to the plate and an RBI single. 3-1 Cotters. Bases loaded, 1 out for Williams. Fielder's choice. Tawari grounds out Cotters. Leave him loaded. Keefe will give him another inning. 1 out triple for Sal Frelick. Ground out runner holds. Julio grounds out. Cotters are 3 outs away from a division crown, and Rourke is getting warm in the pen. And here he comes, the Big Cotter closer, looking for his 48th save, I think, of the year. Base hit, tying run comes to the plate. Candelario flies out. Wong base hit. Murphy base hit. It's 3-2. And Rourke may just blow a save. He's got some work to do to get out of this. Strike one on the slider. Inside, ball one. This is the 60 and 98 Mariners that Rourke is currently blowing a save to, by the way. That is a Mickey Mouse call, but we will take it. 1-2. And he tried to get him to chase at that slider. Didn't work. 2-2. And fouled away. He'll stay alive. Misses there. Chase DeLauder is on deck. Full count on Encarnacion. Got him. Got him to chase the slider 2 down. And the Cotters are an out away from an AL West title, their second in a row. Great pitch by Rourke on a full count. Got him to go after the slider. And they're taking him out. Okie dokie. I guess he won't be getting his 48th save of the year. Bryant Williams will come on to face the lefty. And he fouls it away. That one fouled off, and it's 0-2. Says it right there on the bottom of the screen. Cotters can clinch second consecutive AL West title with a win, and that's exactly what they do. Big Cotters are the AL West champions. 3-2 your final here in Cotterville, and the Big Cotters have won the AL West for the second straight year, and they are headed to the postseason. Alex Amari's 16th win of the year. He's 16-4. Bryant Williams' 5th save of the year. And the Cotters escape a jam in the 9th, and they have won the AL West. Let's sim the final 3 ball games of the year. And it is a Big Cotter sweep. The Cotters are a 100-win ball club. They have won the AL West by 4 games over the Rangers. They will be the 1 seed in the AL in the playoffs, as every other AL team is feeble other than the AL West teams. The Big Cotters are your 1 seed in the AL, facing the winner of 2 AL West teams, the Rangers and the Astros, in the wild card. We will check some end-of-season numbers now, starting with the leadoff man, Joel Salin, 289, 348, 463, 812 OPS, went deep 17 times, 42 doubles, stole 9 bags, 4.9 WAR, barely ever struck out. Heck of a season from the Big Cotter leadoff man and shortstop Brady Lang. Power was down a little bit, only 31 homers, but 42 doubles, an increase from last year. 307, 390, 540, 930 OPS for Lang. 7.8 WAR for Brady Lang. That has to be one of the top numbers in ball, and he is playing up to a 99 overall. Tim Wallace's season, 280, 363, 477, 840 OPS, 24 homers, 95 RBIs, 34 doubles. Good year, not 97 overall caliber year, but that's all right. Still a very good year and worth nearly 6 wins for this Big Cotter team. Mike Farmer in the cleanup spot struggled in the second half. He was playing much better than this before. 257, 334, 449, 783 OPS, 29 homers, 88 RBIs, and just 1 WAR, being that he is a DH and played just 0, not just anything, 0 innings in the field all season for the Big Cotters. He may move down in the order come postseason time. Troy Williams, 267, 352, 448, 800 OPS on the nose, 24 homers, which is shocking for a guy with those power attributes, 83 RBIs, and he was worth just 0.5 WAR. He may have to move down the lineup come postseason time. Kieran Tawari, 262, 349, 432, 781 OPS, 20 homers, 65 RBIs, 3.1 WAR for the Big Cotter left fielder. Very solid year for him. Holvey, 277, 352, 435, 787 OPS, 16 homers, 64 RBIs, 31 doubles. Gold Glove caliber defense. Hopefully they don't rob him this year. And 5.2 WAR for the Cotter third baseman. Feeble Kennedy IV is no more. His name is James because he actually put up a good offensive season. 267, 352, 430, 781 OPS, 19 homers, 52 RBIs, 2.4 WAR. No longer a negative WAR player for this Big Cotter team. Caleb Cotter. Very solid numbers from your catcher offensively yet again. Almost identical numbers to last year in almost every category. 267, 347, 371, 718 OPS, homered 9 times, doubled 18 times. 4 WAR catcher, those are rare. A 4 WAR catcher is quite rare, and Caleb Cotter is a rare breed. Great season from Caleb. Nate Reed, 34 at-bats. Never got any starts, but when he did, he hit 12 for 34, homered once, doubled once, and gave you a .4 WAR in those 34 at-bats. Austin Cotter proved that his 2023 season was a total fluke. He is feeble, and he fucking sucks. He will not start a single game in the postseason. We don't want to see your fucking face. Dade Pitchford, pretty similar year to last year, not very good. Gave you 6 homers, gave you some value off the bench. 1.4 WAR off your bench is pretty solid. Jordan Elliott turned his season around. Much better year for Elliott. 291, 333, 473, 806 OPS. Stole 12 bases. Late game pinch runner. 17 doubles, 6 homers. A little bit of a power surge from Elliott. And pretty good defender off your bench as well. Played 404 innings between second base, third base, and shortstop. Those are your offensive numbers. To the pitching rotation, Tosk, what a year. 232 innings, 2.48 ERA, 1.07 whip, struck out 191. Same exact WAR as last year. Greg Terry, 217 innings, improved from last year, 3.06 ERA, 1.14 whip, 230 strikeouts in those 217 innings, and he was the highest WAR pitcher on this starting rotation. Jackson Rydell, not very good yet again. 187 innings, 4.37 ERA, 1.44 whip, struck out 170. Might not pitch in the playoffs this year because Amari was fantastic. 187 innings of 3.47 ball, 1.28 whip for him. And Owen Van Ness, the worst version, the cloned version, somehow outplayed the real version of Van Ness. 185 innings, 4.37 ERA, 128 whip, struck out 143. In the bullpen, Jack Youngman, 72 innings, 2.88 ERA, 1.11 whip. Much better than last year. Very nice weapon out of the pen in long relief, although somehow was worth negative value to this team. Not quite sure I understand how that's possible. Theo Coley, 43 innings of really good baseball. Not quite last year's numbers, but really good nonetheless. Ben Keefe, 87 and 2/3 innings. My God, did Ron Harper Jr. want to give him Tommy John surgery this year. And he was fantastic. 2.87 ERA, 1.12 whip. The two Big Cotter righties, Coley and Keefe, were outstanding, and so was their all-reliable lefty, Michael Handel. 64 innings, 1.83 ERA, 1.09 whip. This guy is unbelievable. One WAR for a relief pitcher that's not a closer. That is unbelievable. Handel is him. Tyson, numbers were improved from last year, but as we saw, he's capable of blowing up. We saw that in that Ranger game. I'm not sure how much I trust Tyson, but we'll see what happens. Bryant Williams, 25 and 2/3 innings, 2.10 ERA. Bryant Williams was him. Wow, what a season for him. They sent Matt Welsh down. That is going to change immediately. Connor Rourke, 58 innings, 48 saves, just 5 blown saves, 2.13 ERA, 0.98 whip, struck out 62 in 58 innings. So the Big Cotter bullpen was actually pretty good, with the exception of almost nobody. Was anyone bad in this bullpen? No. This was a dominant bullpen. This Cotter team is primed for a World Series, although I guess I shouldn't speak too soon talking about was everyone good, because we have this guy. And he wasn't very good. 28 innings, 4.5 ERA, 1.64 whip, struck out just 22, walked 12, gave up 34 hits. Feeble Welsh, but it's okay. You're still making the playoff roster. It's okay, Welsh. We forgive you for your feebleness. You're making the playoff roster. Awards. Connor Rourke wins Delivery Man of the Year for the second straight year. Officially the best reliever in baseball. And Kyle Tosk is the Cy Young Award winner this year. Wasn't as good last year, but this year he was ace material. Wins the Cy Young. Anyone else in contention for any awards? No one top 3 in MVP. Connor Rourke wins Delivery Man of the Year. Kyle Tosk wins a Gold Glove at the pitcher position as well. Cy Young and Gold Glove for Tosk. Brady Lang finishes second in Gold Glove for second base. Sam Holvey rightfully wins the Gold Glove at third base this year. And Joel Salin finishes third in the Gold Glove race at short. Kieran Tawari finishes third in left field. And that is it. A lot of good defenders on this Cotter roster. Any Silver Sluggers? Brady Lang finishes second behind Midget Boy at second base. Salin finishes second behind Seager at short. Kind of think he was robbed on that one. And no one qualifies in the outfield. Let's check league leaders, as Alex Amari led the league in winning percentage for a pitcher, even though that's Mickey Mouse and no one cares about that stat. We'll still celebrate it. And Connor Rourke led the league in saves with 48. Anyone else in the top 10? Lang, 7th in batting average in the AL. Lang 3rd in hits in the AL. Lang 8th in at-bats in the AL. Salin and Lang tied for 5th with 42 doubles apiece. Lang 2nd with 107 runs scored. Wallace 8th with 90. Big Cotters are not very fast, so they don't steal many bases. Lang 7th with 78 walks in the AL. And 6th with a 390 on-base percentage. And 7th with a 930 OPS. So the moral of the story is that Brady Lang is him and is one of the best hitters in the American League. Tosk tied with McKenzie with 19 wins. Amari 8th with 16. Tosk 4th least amount of losses with 5. Amari tied for the first least amount of losses with 4. Rourke leads the AL in saves, tied for second in the entire MLB behind A.J. Minter. And Tosk third in the AL in ERA. How did McClanahan not win the Cy Young over me? What in the fuck? I would like to give my Cy Young award to Shane McClanahan. These numbers are absurd. I do not deserve it at all. Please give it to him. Home runs allowed. No one ranks in their shutouts. Greg Terry third in the AL in strikeouts and third in the entire MLB in strikeouts. Complete games. Kyle Tosk tied for 7th with 4. Innings pitched. Tosk is 4th. Terry is 7th. Walks allowed. Tosk with the 7th least. Whip. Tosk with the 5th least. And pitching WAR, Terry with the 5th highest pitching WAR. Batting WAR, Lang with the 3rd highest. And those are the league leaders. So I am going to take a piss, and then we'll be back for the ALDS. Here we go. Cotters will play the winner of Rangers-Astros. Let's see who they will play. Astros get game 1. Rangers even it up. Winner take all game 3 to decide who is going to get the opportunity to lose to the Big Cotters in the ALDS. And it'll be the Houston Astros. On the other side, the Yankees will play the Guardians, and in the NL, it'll be Phillies, Braves, and Cubs, Dodgers. And here we go. It'll be Christian Javier against Kyle Tosk from the Ham Hot Box in Cotterville, Game 1 of the ALDS. We all remember when the Cotters used to play the Astros in the World Series in the last franchise, and now they're playing them well before that. Did we play him in the first round last year? No, we played... Who did we play in the DS last year? I'm trying to remember. Guardians. We played the Guardians. So, first time facing the Astros in the playoffs since that old NL Big Cotter franchise. And this is going to be the lineup we're rocking, I think. Does Farmer need to move down? He did it 29 homers. I mean, no one behind him hit any better than him. Everyone was kind of the same. So we're going to rock with the same lineup. Here we go. Postseason baseball, 100-win Big Cotters, the 1 seed in the AL, looking to avenge Their CS loss last year to the Toronto Blue Jays. They'll have to get through the Houston Astros, a divisional rival, here at the Ham Hotbox. Tosk on the hill, the AL Cy Young winner, undeservingly so, because McClanahan was way better, but we'll take it. 1-2-3 inning. Same for the Cotter offense on the other side, though. No hits for either team through 2, and Jeremy Pena takes toss deep to give the Astros a 1-0 lead. Tucker with a 2-out double. Toss works around that. Salin 1-out single, and Wallace reaches on an error, brings up Farmer. He strikes out. Bases loaded, 1 out for Jeremy Pena. He strikes out. McCormick strikes out. Tosk works around the jam. Can the offense wake up? They might be able to. Double play, and Williams doesn't score. How is there a double play and you don't score from third? Had to be a line-out double play. Had to be like smacked right at first base on a line, and then he stepped on first, and Williams didn't score. That is brutal luck. Ham Hotbox Report will be all over that in a story. Kennedy strikes out. Cotter's still trail. 1-2-3 inning for toss. Caleb Cotter leadoff walk. Top of the order coming up here in the bottom of the 5th. Salin will strike out. Lang base hit. Wallace base hit. We're tied. We are tied in the 5th. RBI single. Tim Wallace. Farmer steps to the plate, and that'll do it for Christian Javier. Forrest Whitley enters. Farmer base hit, but Brady Lang gets thrown out at the plate. 2 outs for Troy Williams. He singles, and the Big Cotters lead it 2-1. Huge base hit for Troy Williams, and then Kieran follows it with another one. It's a 3-run inning for the Cotters. Holvey strikes out. We head to the 6th. 3-1 into the 7th. Tosk still on the hill. He gives the Cotters 7 strong. Can the Cotters tack on Holvey to the plate? No. Ben Keefe will enter. And it's 3-2. And the Astros lead it. Yordan Alvarez, 2-run homer off of Ben Keefe. 4-3 Houston. That'll do it for him. Bottom of the 8th. Brian Abreu is your new pitcher. And we are going to watch the Cotters try to come back. Tosk's 7 one-run frames wasted by Ben Keefe. One and 1 to Kennedy. Osama bin Keefe. Good call on that. 1-2. Kennedy fouls that one away. See if this offense can rally. Inside 2-2. And got him. Abreu strikes him out. And that'll bring up Caleb Cotter. 0 for 2 with a walk in this one. Up high, ball 1. Top of the order coming up. So even if Cotter and Salin go down here in the 8th, they will have Lang, Wallace, Farmer for the 9th. Who will the Cotters turn to in the pen is the question. Do they bring their closer Rourke in to just try to keep him at 4? Or do they preserve his arm in a non-save spot? Ron Harper Jr. will probably bring in Matt Welsh. Yeah, that one fouled away. And struck him out. The bottom of the Cotter order is feeble. And Joel Salin will step to the plate. He's 2 for 4 today. 2 down in the 8th. Cotters down to their final 4 outs here in Game 1, a game that they had a 3-1 lead in entering the 8th inning after 7 one-run innings from their Cy Young winner. And Osama bin Keith gives up 3 in the top of the 8th. And that's why we are where we are right now. 2-0 to Joel. Right down the middle, he was behind it, 98. And he tried to come at him with a slider and missed. 3-1. And that ball is skied in the air to right, and it'll hang up there for Tucker. Inning over. We head to the 9th. Astros have the lead, and the bottom of their order is due up in the top of the inning. The Cotters will turn to Andrew Tyson to try to keep the game where it is. Not sure I love this move, but it works out. And the meat of the Cotter order will get a crack at Ryan Presley, who has already blown a save here in the postseason, most likely in that wild card series. As one of the best hitters in the AL, a guy who ranked top 10 in almost every stat, leads it off and is one swing away from tying the ball game here and sending the hot box into a frenzy. He'll take ball 1. Watches the slider. Good call. Last time he faced Presley, hit a game-winning grand slam. Let's recreate that moment right now. 2-1. It's been slider, slider, slider for Presley so far. He does not want to throw Lang a fastball. He is pissing down his leg right now. Another slider, and that one is fair, and it's going to roll to the wall. Brady Lang is going to have a lead-off double, and the Cotters are in business here in the 9th. He owns Ryan Presley. And the Big Cotter dugout is loving it, but the work is not done. Tim Wallace will step to the plate. Great start to the inning. Opposite field leadoff double for the Big Cotter's star bat. And the win expectancy is right back at 50%. Tim Wallace to the plate. A single should tie the ball game. Up high, ball 1. And misses low. It's 2-0. This pitch might be the one to do some damage with. It isn't. It's high. It's 3-0. Troy Williams is on deck for the Cotters. Or never mind, Mike Farmer. I'm thinking of last year's lineup. Williams is in the hole. And he misses with the slider. First 2 guys reach for the Cotters. And it brings up Mike Farmer. He's 2 for 4 today with a double and a single. 783 OPS on the year, hit 29 homers. If he does that here, the Cotters will walk it off. Wallace has pretty solid speed on first, so a double into the gap might win this ball game. That one is fouled away. And chopped foul on the changeup. 0-2. Takes the slider. Good take there. Pretty solid chase pitch from Presley. And fouls off a tough fastball. Stays alive. Can the Cotters mount another 9th inning rally? Farmer did not go. Not even an appeal there. Thank you. 2-2. That one on the ground. That might be 2. Double play ball, and all of a sudden the Astros are an out away. Feeble. Feeble. Cannot have a double play in that spot. And it'll bring up Troy Williams as the Cotter's last chance. Lang stands on third as he takes high. Inside 2-0. Presley's command has not been great in the inning. Can the Cotters make him pay? Swing and a miss. He was way under and behind 97. Didn't have a chance at that pitch. 2-1. Misses low. It's 3-1. Tawari waits on deck. And fouls it away. It is full. 3-2, 2 outs in the ninth. And he takes it low. Great take by Troy Williams on a changeup that darted down. And he will leave it to Kieran Tawari, and Jordan Elliott is going to pinch run for Troy at third and represent the winning run. Tawari 2 for 2 in the game. Can he come through for the Cotters here? Watch his strike one. Up high, 96 misses, it's 1-1. Outside 2-1, Presley having trouble locating. That one, up the middle, base hit! We're tied! We are tied! Kieran Tawari with 2 outs comes through in game 1. "100 miles an hour off the bat to tie the ball game. Kieran Tawari is clutch, and Ryan Presley is done. Rafael Montero enters, and the Cotters can win it. Sam Holvey a chance to win it. Strike one. Elliott is on second, representing the winning run after he pinch ran for Williams. Just misses, tried to paint the corner. Holvey 0 for 4 in this one, but has been known to show up in the playoffs before. That one fouled off. One and two. Swing and a miss, he got him, but not before Kieran Tawari RBI single with 2 outs to tie the ball game. And the Cotters continue their 9th inning magic and stay alive here in game 1. We will play extras, and in the playoffs, there is no runner on second. Or at least I don't think there is. Maybe the game has it different. As Dade Pitchford will enter the game and play right field. And indeed, there's no runner on second in the postseason. I believe Michael Handel's going to come in now with Tucker and Alvarez scheduled to hit as 2 lefties. Base hit for Tucker. Myers will pinch run for him. Iglesias strikes out, and Yordan Alvarez does it again. His second homer of the day. Astros lead at 6-4. That'll do it for Handel. Whew. That fucking sucks. Cotters will have to pull off another rally, and they'll have to do it with the bottom of their order. James Kennedy IV.
No, that's down. Ball.
Ball one.
Handel's been nails both regular seasons, but couldn't come through there.
Although, to be fair, it was Yordan Alvarez. But lefty-lefty, that's the matchup the Cotters wanted, and it just didn't go their way as Kennedy grounds out 105 miles an hour. Ham Hotbox Report is going to probably put 4 stories about that one since it's the playoffs. Strike one on Caleb Cotter. Just get a base runner and let someone from the top of the order represent the tying run. That's all you can ask for here. Need one base runner as Caleb refuses to swing the bat. Oh-2 pitch. Just misses up and in. Up high 2-2. And that one driven to left, but it'll hang up there for Yordan. 2 down. Cotters down to their last out here in game 1. That one 91 off the bat. Joel Salin will step up. Just needs to get on and let Brady Lang be the tying run. That's the best chance you have. Strike one, 97 from Montero. And bounces one in the dirt. Strike 2. Cotters down to their last strike. And fouled away. We'll do it again. Struck him out. Astros win game 1. 6-4 in extras. Yordan Alvarez goes yard twice. Brutal loss for the Cotters at home in game 1 as they'll now be playing from behind, and game 2 all of a sudden becomes an absolute must-win with Greg Terry on the hill in this 5-game set. Handel is your losing pitcher today. Ben Keefe had just as much to do with the loss as he did, giving up 3 runs in the 8th. And the Cotters are down 1-0 here in the ALDS. I am going to let starters just absolutely ride it out. Even though the bullpen was phenomenal in the regular season, if a starter's cooking, I'm just going to let him play because I'm not trusting anyone in this pen. Our 2 best relievers just choked in Keefe and Handel. So this pen is dead to me. Must-win game at home. If you lose it, the season's fucking over. Let's show up. Terry needs to be lights out in this game. Who's he facing again? I didn't even check. I was so pissed. Lance McCullers. Here we go. Have to win it if you're the Big Cotters. Let's see what Greg Terry's got. Good first inning. We head to the second. Terry gets through that. Cotter offense, nothing yet. Figueroa with a 1-out double, and the Astros have the lead. Dylan Carlson, RBI single. Cotter offense has nothing going. They have no hits through 3. And Terry gives up an RBI double to Jeremy Pena, 2-0 Astros. Cotter offense, let's wake up. First and second, 1 out for Tawari. He strikes out. Holvey reaches on an error. We're going to watch this bases loaded plate appearance by James Kennedy. Cotters still don't have a hit. Walk error is how they've loaded them. Now would be a heck of a time for their first hit.
1-0 on Kennedy.
Nope, that's
2-0. Nowhere to put him. This one's going to be over the plate. Let's hope Kennedy swings his bat. He does. And he grounds out. Inning over. We head to the 5th. Astros lead at 2-0. Cotters have no hits through 4. Let's see if Terry can settle in. Good bounce back inning from him. Cotter offense, no hits through 5. I mean, this is just a joke. Tim Wallace gets him on the board. First hit and first run, and he cuts the deficit in half with a solo homer. 2-out single for Tawari. Holvey strikes out. Terry back out there, and he gives the run right back to the 9-hole hitter. He makes it through 7, gives up 3 runs. That'll be it for him. The offense needs to wake up. Feeble Kennedy, base hits. Cotter, double. Tying run on second. That'll do it for McCullers. Golden opportunity for the Big Cotters right here, and it's the top of the order due up. And it'll be the Astro bullpen to face them. And it will be Phil Matan. Not sure how to pronounce it, but it's somebody that's about to give up 2 runs. Joel Salin will step in. He's walked twice today. I am not going to be taking the swing. And now it won't let me team select, so I have to watch the first pitch. My apologies, I forgot to select neutral. What in the fuck is happening right now? I didn't even touch my controller. That is Mickey Mouse, bro. That is unbelievable. And there's a double down the line. And it only scores 1. I am feeble for somehow fucking that up. I swear to God I did not touch R2 on my controller. I didn't even touch it. I just pressed the circle to exit out. And somehow it put the double steal sign on. Brady Lang will step in. Let's just make up for that.
That's ball
2-0.
2 balls, no strikes.
And he drops it, and that will allow it Joel Salin to get to second and in the scoring position. I couldn't tell if he was trying to steal regardless. And Lang keeps the bat on his shoulders. And now is looking at the ump for no reason, because that was right over the heart of the plate. Paints the corner. Strike 1 on Wallace. Misses with the slurve.
Nope.
2-1. Little blooper. It's going to hang up there. Inning over. We will head to the 8th inning. Cotters blow a chance based on something. That's actually a good point. They probably had a bunt on, and I didn't stick it on neutral, so I didn't bunt, but both guys were running, and that's what happened. Because I swear to God, I did not steal. I did not click any button that would have stolen any base, so that's probably what it was. Something like that. Because there's fucking no way that I clicked steal on that. Ben Keefe enters, trying to keep the Astros at 3. And doesn't. Ben Keefe is so feeble, dude. He's so fucking feeble. I've never seen a bigger piece of shit in my life. And Coley is just as feeble, dude. 5-2 Astros. They're loaded now. Let's see if Handel can redeem himself against the lefty. Nope. 7-2. Unbelievable. First and second one out. Let's see if the Cotters can rally. This bullpen, man. They were so good all year, and when the lights turn bright, they fucking suck. Strike one on Hovey.
Ball, that's out.
Cotters need a big-time rally right here, and the bottom of the order are going to have to come through. Swing and a miss, 1 and 2.
2 strikes.
That one. Fair ball down the line. That's going to get the Cotters at least 1, and it's going to roll all the way to the wall. Hovey's going to have a double. Both runners are sent. Relay is late, and it is 7-4. Cotters are not done just yet. Playoff Hovey has awoken with a 2-run double. And that will do it for Maton, or Matan, however you pronounce it. Seth Martinez will enter, and he has not looked particularly good this year in 15 innings. Can the Cotters continue to tack on? James Kennedy. Strike 1. .250 OPS so far through 2 games in the playoffs for Kennedy. Here we go. The 0-1. On the ground, softly hits, and he records a feeble ground out, 2 down. Caleb Cotter up next. If you're the Cotters, you have to get one more run in here. You can't enter the 9th down 3 against Presley. Maybe you can. But you'd prefer to at least get this one home with a base knock here, and then take your chances down 2 with the meteor order in the 9th. Swing and a miss for Cotter. And he watches strike 2. Inside,
2 strikes.
1 and 2. Lays off the slider. Got him. Struck him out. We head to the 9th. Sam Hovey gets the Cotters 2 runs, but they still trail 7-4. It's going to take a big-time 9th inning rally that
replicates the one that they made against the Rangers at the end of the regular season. Andrew Tyson going to hope to keep the Astros where they are at 7 runs here in the top of the inning, and that's not a good start. And he does get out of it, so here comes the Cotter offense. The top of the order will have a chance at Ryan Presley. They scored 1 off him in the 9th yesterday to tie it. They'll need 3 today. Salin will get us started. 1 for 2 today with a base knock and a ribeye. Need the leadoff man on. Let's go. Swing and a miss. Out in front of the slider was sitting fastball there. And fouls that one away quickly. 0-2. Lang waits in the on-deck circle. Wallace in the hole. Struck him out on 3 pitches. Feeble at-bat to start the 9th for Salin. And it will bring up Lang, who's 0 for 4 today.
Ball, that's off the plate.
Ball.
Nope.
2-0.
Outside, ball 2.
And that one crushed, but gonna hook foul. Swing and a miss. It's 2-2.
2 strikes.
Got him. Back-to-back strikeouts for Presley, and the Cotters down to their last out. And in danger of losing both games at home to start the series and going down 2-0 back to Houston. Wallace will want to start a 2-out rally here. And he will. Base hit. Cotters stay alive. They got a base runner, and it'll bring up Mike Farmer. Need at least one more base runner to bring the tying run up. And that one fouled away. First pitch swing.
Ball 1.
1-1
1-0.
on Mike Farmer.
One ball.
Swing and a miss. Down to his last strike. And he takes the slider low. Fouls it away. He stays alive. Ball 3. If he can draw a walk here, the tying run will come up, and it's a guy that has a lot of power. Here comes the full count pitch. Got him. Bat on his shoulders, and he watches strike 3. And the Astros take a 2-0 series lead. They win at 7-4. And the Cotter season is hanging by a thread as they head back to Houston. But they're not done yet. All they got to do is win 3 in a row. Crazier things have happened. Unfortunately, they wasted their top 2 starters, and they'll have to throw
Alex Amari in Game 3. But hey, let's go get 2 in Houston and get Game 5 back in Cotterville. Season's not over. We believe. This Cotter team doesn't quit. We are going to head to Houston and pick up a W. 1 game at a time. Let's start with Game 3. .705 in Houston. It's going to be Amari against Garcia. Here we go. Minute Maid Park. The Cotters have played here plenty of times, being in the same division. They're familiar with this place. They can win 2 in a row at this building. Who's going to stop them? Let's go. This season is not done just yet. Alex Amari will take the hill. But first, the Cotters will hit against Luis Garcia. Joel Salin will start us off. 1-2-3 inning for Amari. Double play. 1 out triple for Chaz McCormick. Brings up Bregman. He grounds out, runner stays. Base hit, 1-0 Astros in the second. Salin 2 out single. Let's see if they can steal a bag. Yes, they can. Can Lang tie it? No. No, he can't. Leadoff walk for Wallace. Back-to-back walks brings up Troy Williams. He strikes out. Double play. This is so feeble, dude. And sure enough, Amari's pitching great, and the offense can't do shit. This is unbelievable. Wake up, offense. Unbelievable. Your number 4 starter is giving you 6 shutout, and you can't score a run. 2 out walk. Holvey to the plate. Grounds out. Cotters are 6 outs away from a loss. Can Amari get through 7? Maybe not. First and third, 1 out. The Astros can tack on here. It's looking bleak for the Cotters. Amari's thrown 72 pitches and has been lights out. There's strike 1. That is a base hit. Astros lead it 2-0. Oh boy. Are we really about to get swept by a wild card team after we won 100 games? Can't blame Amari at all. He was fantastic today. 6 1/3, 2-run innings of ball. And the offense has no runs. Awesome work from the Cotter lefty. And the offense has nothing to show for it. As it will be Ben Keefe into the game. You're kidding me. Harper is not serious right now, dude. He's just not serious. Bringing in this terrorist right now? Are we for real? Pumps 97 at the top of the zone. Where the fuck did everybody go, dude? Did they give up on us? They really gave up on us, huh? Only Brady and Tim are here. Come on, Keefe. What in the fuck? Wild pitch will allow both runners to advance. Double plays off the table. Unbelievable. Ben Keefe is literally Osama bin Laden reincarnated. Fouled it away. Please get a strikeout, Keefe. Struck him out. I'd be more excited if this offense had more than 0 runs. Good work, though, Keefe. Let's get one more out. Eloy Figueroa at the plate. He kind of owns us. I think he has like 2 homers in the series. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Keefe a strike away from getting out of it. And that one is fouled away. And a little chopper. Keefe makes a nice play, throws to first and got him. Good work by Ben Keefe to work around that jam as Alex Amari goes 6 1/3 2-run innings, and the Big Cotters have 6 outs to play with. With their season on the line, they have 2 hits in the game. And it's now or never. We head to the top of the 8th. James Kennedy will lead things off as Luis Garcia goes back to work, has thrown 77 pitches, 7 innings, 2 hits, no runs. Feebleness by this Cotter offense. Has Matan and Presley warm in the pen. Let's start a rally, Kennedy. 0-2. Up high, missed. It's 1-2. Up high again, 2-2. And Kennedy flies one in the air to center. Gonna hang up there. 1 down.
Now batting, number 50. C-Rod.
One on Cotter.
Ball 1.
Misses inside.
1-1. Ball 2. 2-1.
That one in the air to right. Curling, and down. It's fair. That'll be a 1-out double for Caleb Cotter, and the Cotters have life on offense. Big time swing of the bat from Cotter, and he turns it over to the top of the order, Joel Salin. Strike 1 on the outside edge. Need to get at least this one home and head to the 9th down 1. But let's get 2. That's not a good way to do it, chasing a curveball. Oh and 2 on Salin. 89th pitch for Garcia. Outside, misses, ball 1. Got him with a changeup. 2 down. Salin's had some feeble at-bats here in the postseason. This one, no different. Was about 2 years ahead of that changeup. And it'll bring up Brady Lang. He does represent the tying run, and we know what he's capable of doing. You might need it to save your season. You might need one over the wall. He did it here last year in September in the division race. He hit a grand slam over the Crawford boxes in left. Can he do it again here? No way. No way. Not even fucking close, Ump. That's fucking horse shit. Swing and a miss on the curve 1 and 2. Struck him out. Cotter, Strand, the runner on second. They are down to their final 3 outs of the year. Luis Garcia, 8 shutout innings. As Michael Handel will enter to face the Tucker Alvarez pocket of the order, try to keep them at 2. 1, 2, 3 inning, and the Cotters down to their final 3 outs. It'll be Tim Wallace to lead it off. Luis Garcia looking for the complete game shutout to send the Astros to the ALCS. High ball 1. And Wallace fouls it away. Got to get a base runner on. You got some power with Troy Williams and Mike Farmer next. Wallace, feeble pop out. 1 down. This lineup is so feeble. So feeble. That one driven to right. Way back there and gone. Mike Farmer cuts the deficit in half. It's a solo bomb. If only Wallace had gotten on. But hey, have to have it somehow, and that's one. Mike Farmer goes deep the opposite way. Luis Garcia's shutout is over, and the Cotters have some life in the 9th inning. One-run game, and Garcia's done. Ryan Presley's going to come in. It'll be Troy Williams to the plate, representing the tying run. Huge swing of the bat by Farmer. If only the Cotters could have capitalized in the 8th inning with Caleb on second. That run, that homer could have tied it. But hey, down just a run. Tying run will come up a couple times now in a row. One of them will be Troy Williams, who had 29 homers in the regular season. Cotters scored 1 off Presley in game 1. They can do it again. That one low for ball 1. Inside 2-0. Hitters count for Williams. Presley's had some command issues in the series. Make him throw you some strikes here. 2-0 pitch. Up high, 3-0. Tawari waits on deck. Williams could represent the tying run and actually be on base. We'll see if they give him the green light. They probably will here with his power. If he gets a fastball right down the pipe, he should swing. Takes it 3-1. Would have been tough to do much with that one up high near the letters. And that one fouled away at the bottom of the zone, and it's now full. Big pitch in the game right here, 3-2. Up high, ball four. Good at bat from Williams. The tying run is on base for the Cotters, and Kieran Tawari will step up. Jordan Elliott will pinch run. Good decision there by Ron Harper Jr. Elliott on first. Let's see if they try to steal with him and get him into scoring position. We'll see how aggressive Harper is feeling here. Tawari has gap-to-gap pop. He can double, but if they can get Elliott on second, that'd be big. Quick pitch for Presley, and Elliott was not going. It's ball one. The Cotters have some life here. Misses low, it's 2-0. Maybe they send Elliott on 2-0. Swing and a miss. He was ahead of the changeup. I think he was thinking, well, what could he have been thinking? I guess fastball. 2-2. That one chopped right back to the pitcher. They get one. They turn it. Astros to the ALCS. Big Cotters get swept in the ALDS to the Houston Astros as the 1 seed in the AL. An absolutely feeble end to what was a great regular season. And the World Series trophy will not be in Cotterville in 2024. And the winner of this year's World Series is the Atlanta Braves. They defeat the Yankees. That'll do it for Season 2, Big Cotters. What a disappointing way to end the season. 0 postseason victories in 2024 for the Cotters.